Kong, Skull Island. Funny thing happened. I have been to the cinemas about 10-15 times in my lifetime and never had this happen to me before, but the movie screen went black twice. We could hear the audio but we couldn't see anything, and because nobody else did anything I had to go and fetch the guy working there and he fixed it, so it was quite odd. One of my favorite, or maybe the favorite movie reviewer is Jeremy Jones, and he gave this movie I think it was Good Time If You're Drunk, and I got to say I don't know why, because I think this was a good movie. We are spending time with the human characters, of course, but I have seen the 33 and 2005 Kong movies, and especially in 2005 it took a long time before we saw King Kong, and we got a little bit early on the movie, and then of course we had to spend time with the human characters, but there were a lot of King Kong in this movie, especially compared now that King Kong is in the same universe as Godzilla, so we got a lot more King Kong than that we got Godzilla. At least in my... I got that feeling that we saw much more. But anyway, the human characters, Tom Hiddleston's James Conrad, he's kind of the good guy. Samuel Jackson, Preston Packard, asshole. He's a man that's kind of pissed off that USA lost or quit on the Vietnam War, and because Kong kills some of his men, he wants to kill Kong and win. John Goodman, he was good character. William Bill Randa, in his youth he saw some monster, and now he has spent 30 years, I guess, looking for monsters. And he's the type of character that nobody essentially believes that there are monsters in this world. Brie Larson, okay character as Mason Weaver. She isn't a damsel in distress, which is a good thing. The animals, or creatures, whatever. The first two King Kong movies that I have seen, there were T-Rexes, so I was kind of, well, it was not weird, but you know, I was kind of half expecting to be T-Rexes or something, but it's not a big deal. There are giant ants. I thought they were spiders, but I guess they are ants, or at least that one character said that they were ants. Then skull crushers, weird creatures. And Kong himself, sometimes he didn't look that realistic, of course. He's a giant ape or gorilla or whatever, but you know what I mean. And the music, you know, I'm not one of those people that notice the music that much during the movie. I know it's, you know, there, but I'm not paying too much attention, but it had a good soundtrack, and it put me in the mood that it was the 70s. And if you're thinking that, you know, I have seen the 2005 King Kong movie, do I have to see this movie? It's very much different in my opinion. First of all, the island is much different. It feels warmer, while the 2005 version felt like it was always raining and cold place. And at least for me, it's hard to imagine, you know, the 30s when the first King Kong movie came out, and the 2005 movie is also in the 30s, but this is the 70s, even though I haven't lived in the 70s, but I can imagine it better, and I can relate to relate to that time much better. If I have complaints or some things that I'm not quite sure, is that there are a couple of scenes that are kind of funny but not in a good way. Tom Hiddleston's character has a gas mask and then he has a sword, and there are these weird birds that he just slicing up, and he does all these moves and it looks kind of weird in that movie. It was like I was watching a samurai movie or something. And then you know how some movies are like, when you see it on the big screen in the movie theater, it looks cool, good, exciting, but then when you watch it at home on TV and you just don't get the same feeling. I don't know when I'm gonna see it on TV, but this might be one of those movies that it just doesn't feel the same watching it in theaters than watching at home. One of the best scenes are one you saw in the trailer, that Kong has the tree and then he takes out the branches and uses it as a baseball bat. And then there's one scene that there's an old ship and the anchors are, you know, the chains, they somehow get around Kong, and then first he uses, there's a, I don't know if it's an anchor or propeller thing, but anyway he hits the skull crusher with that, and later he uses as like brass knuckles. It was cool, yeah. For me, this is easily just coming out of the theater basically a couple hours ago. It is a 8.5 out of 10 movie. I have to see it again on a, you know, on TV to get a better picture of it, if it's a really an excellent movie or just a good solid movie. The end credit scene shows that there are more islands and there are other kings, and I don't know, it was Mothra or something like that. Then there was of course Godzilla, and the next movie is gonna be Godzilla versus King Kong or something or rather, and I just don't see it how Kong could survive against Godzilla. Although I think that they might fight a little bit, but then they fight against another, you know, monster. And if this movie is set in the 70s and Godzilla is in the present day and Kong is the last of his kind, how old is he gonna be? It's in the Kong versus Godzilla movie. Looking forward to Godzilla versus King Kong. Thanks for watching, as always. Bye.